Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be talking about the Harshad Mehta scam of the year 1992. In this video, we are going to be talking about the background of Harshad Mehta, the scam, and the regulatory actions that took place after the scam. So, to start off with the history of Harshad Mehta, Harshad Shantilal Mehta was born in the year 1954 and he passed away in judicial custody in the year 2001. He was an Indian stockbroker and Mehta's involvement in 1992 Indian securities scam made him infamous as a market manipulator. Mehta was born in a middle-class family in Paneli, Gujarat. He completed his BCom from Lala Lajpat Rai College in Mumbai, and after working a number of odd jobs, he entered the stock market in the year 1984 as a jobber. He was known for his aggressive trading style and his ability to make quick profits. He had a good understanding of the Indian stock market and was able to identify undervalued stocks. Mehta also had a knack for networking and building relationships with powerful people, and he used this to his advantage to gain access to insider information. This insider information was used to manipulate the Indian stock market. Mehta quickly rose through the ranks of the stock market and began to use a technique called ready forward to manipulate the stock market. Mehta's scheme worked for a while and he made huge profits. He came to be known as the big bull of the Indian stock market. However, in the year 1992, his scam was exposed by journalist Suchita Dalal. Now, my colleague Vanshika is going to be talking about the scam. Over to you, Vanshika.
Harshad Mehta, a well known broker, manipulated the Bombay Stock Exchange along with his partners by taking advantage of the loophole in the banking system in the year 1992. He used bank receipts to get other banks to lend him money in the impression that they are lending him against government securities. He used Ready Forward Deal, which is a secured loan against government securities. In a ready forward deal, securities do not move back and forth. Instead, a seller bank will issue the bank receipt to claim the sale, and the lending bank will issue a check in the name of the bank and not the individual. But in this case, since Harshad Mehta was a reputed broker, the bank directly issued the check to him. He then used the entire borrowed money to invest in the stock market and sold the shares at a profit, and the principal amount was returned back to the bank. When the seller bank requested for the money for the securities, he went to another bank, took money from them, and gave it to the first bank. He continued this process by using fake bank receipts to get unsecured loan. He used small banks like Karad Bank and Metropolitan Cooperative Bank for this process. Because of this, Associated Cement Company's share price rose by 4,400 percentage from rupees 200 to rupees 9,000. Can I have the next slide, please? This is the process of the ready forward deal, which was adopted by Harshad Mehta. Can I have the next slide, please?
So, if we talk about the impact of this scam, we can see that the stock market experienced an extraordinary rise due to the manipulative activities of Mr. Mehta. The census surged from 1,000 points in early 1991 to peak of 4,467 points on April 23rd, 1992. It seemed like the market would never go up, never go down, which actually boosted the confidence of investors. So when the news of the scam came into the light, there was a tremendous sell-off in the stock market, resulting in price fall, which led to numerous investors losing their money. Several banks and financial institutions suffered significant losses due to their involvement in Mehta's fraudulent operations. If you look into the impact it caused on the stock market, we could have seen that due to the market share value falling down immediately, BSE and NSE actually collapsed and put the investors' money at risk completely. So within the first week, it reached a peak. The census dropped to around 2,000 points by June 1992. If we see the graph in the next slide, we can see that in April 92, it had an upward movement, and gradually then it came to downward movement in just a span of months. Next slide. So, because of this, Mehta was charged with 72 criminal offenses and more than 600 civil action suits. He was also arrested and banished from the stock market on November 9th and 1992 by the CBI for misappropriating more than 27 lakh shares for 90 companies, and he was actually found guilty and sentenced to prison.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in November 1992, India witnessed a turning point in its financial history with the passing of Harshad Mehta, known as the Big Bull of the stock market. His actions during the early 1990s had a profound impact on the Indian financial system. In the aftermath of the securities scam orchestrated by Mehta, substantial reforms were initiated to prevent such manipulations in the future. These reforms touch upon several crucial areas, including the regulatory framework, transparency, risk management, and technology integration. One of the most significant outcomes of this period was the establishment of SEBI, or Securities and Exchange Board of India, and this has played a pivotal role in regulating the securities market, ensuring fair practices, and protecting investor interests. Improved oversight and vigilance by regulatory bodies and authorities have become paramount, ensuring that the market operates with integrity as well as accountability. The reforms that followed the Harshad Mehta scandal have left a lasting legacy on India's financial landscape. These changes have contributed to the development of a more robust, transparent, and investor friendly financial market. Harshad Mehta's actions, while controversial, led to much needed reforms. They have shaped a financial system that continues to evolve and adapt, maintaining its commitment to integrity and accountability. Over to Alan.
The highlight of the case is Mr. Mehta's attitude even after his fall. From the real time interviews during the scam, we could see that Mr. Mehta viewing himself as a shrewd and confident player in the financial world. He sees his action as strategic moves in the financial world rather than an unethical practice. He sees financial world as a complex game of perception. The bare minimum he did to accept his fault was acknowledging that he is more imaginative rather than practical, and accepting that he is more of he couldn't build things through more in a professional manner. Next slide. Some of the things that bank can do to avoid such scams are strengthen their internal controls to detect scams, etc., fraud activities, etc. Employee training and awareness is a crucial element to identify the suspicious activity at the right time and to report it. Regulatory compliances, investing a lot of amount in technology and doing real time monitoring, making a strong risk management framework, and finally customer education.
So, to conclude, the Harshad Mehta scam of the early 1990s remains a defining moment in India's financial history. It serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of financial manipulation and inadequate oversight. While it brought to light the need for stronger regulatory mechanisms and greater transparency, the legacy of this scandal extends beyond its dark shadows. The reforms and regulatory changes that followed have significantly improved India's financial system, fostering a more resilient and accountable marketplace. As we reflect on this chapter in history, it underscores the importance of ethical practices, vigilant regulation, and the enduring pursuit of financial integrity. Thank you.